One of the applications of Venn diagrams is in survey results. For example, many of the students in the senior class at a high school take part in sports, clubs, or jobs outside of school. Use a Venn diagram to determine the number of students in the senior class given the following information that was obtained by a survey of the students. 68 play sports, 73 are in clubs, 67 have jobs, 28 play sports and are in clubs, 33 are in clubs and have jobs, 15 play sports and have jobs, 3 students do all 3 activities, and 10 students do none of these activities. So we start a Venn diagram, and I'm going to give it 3 circles since we have these 3 different activities. This circle will be sports. And then clubs. And jobs. When we use a Venn diagram to solve this type of problem, we want to start with the shared information. So that means that we have 3 students that do all 3 activities. So that number of students goes in the very middle of the diagram. We also know that 10 students do none of these activities, so we can put that information outside of the 3 circles. And we're going to slowly work our way out to the single activities by adding and subtracting. So we know that 15 students play sports and have jobs, but 3 of those are already accounted for in the center. So those are the students that play sports, have jobs, and are in clubs. So there are 15 minus 3, or 12 students that only play sports and jobs, but are not in clubs. Now there are 33 students in clubs that have jobs, and we already have 3 students accounted for. So 33 minus 3 is 30 students that are in clubs or have jobs, but are not in sports. Now 28 students play sports and are in clubs, and again 3 of those are accounted for in the center of the 3 circles, so 28 minus 3 is 25 in this area for sports and clubs. And now we work our way out to the single categories. So 67 students have jobs. So we know that the green circle contains a total of 67. But of that 67, within the green circle we already have 12, 3, and 30 accounted for in some of the shared spaces. So subtracting the shared spaces, we get 22. That means there are 20 students, or 22 students that have jobs but don't do the other 2 activities. Now we know that there are 73 students in clubs, but we've already accounted for 25, 3, and 30 of those students. In the shared categories. So subtracting here, we get that there are 15 students that are just in clubs. We also know that 68 students just play sports, and in the sports circle, we have these shared numbers already. So 68 minus those 3 shared areas, minus 25, minus 3, minus 12, gives us that 28 students play sports and don't do any of the other activities. So now we have all of the number of students separated out, and we add together all of the numbers that appear in the diagram, including the 10 students that did nothing, or did none of these 3 activities. They might have done something else, but the survey only considered these 3 activities. So we have 10 plus 28 plus 25 plus 15 plus 12 plus 3 plus 30 plus 22 would give us the total number of students in this senior class. So there are 145 students in the senior class. So Venn diagrams are a clever way to puzzle out information, in particular information from survey results.